You know what? I just realized this is a Fortnite skin video, but I am technically playing as a Fortnite character because the Mandalorian is in Fortnite. So this kind of works out, you know. But anyways, what's up, gamers? Welcome back to another Among Us video. Today we are back with our brand new series where we create Among Us characters. Now, if you didn't watch yesterday's episode, we created Sonic and you guys loved it. We did the boost, super spikes, and drill abilities. Some of you guys who are new here might not know. I would usually pay to get these mods created, but they are so expensive now because of so many people making them that they are upwards of $500 to $1,000, and that is not a joke. I used to pay that much. But now I'm just like, you know what? I'm like Thanos. Fine, I'll do it myself. And I have created another mod for you guys today. Today we're doing a Fortnite character. I know everyone's favorite, and I hope you guys are excited because today's was super fun. I think the ideas that we had were actually really good. Now, before I go, guys, if you do enjoy, do me a favor, hit the like button, subscribe if you guys are new here, and of course comment down below which character you would like me to create in the next episode, or if you want me to create a map, what should we make next time. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed today's video, and I'll see you in the next one. Alrighty, gamers, it is now time to begin our Photoshop process once again with our Fortnite character. Obviously, we could have done Jonesy, but I feel like at this point, Fishstick is now the character, the face of Fortnite. Whenever I think of Fortnite, I always think of Fishstick. So shout out to my boy Tico, by the way. Obviously, we're starting off with an orange character, and here's my little, there was my little Fishstick. What would I even call that? I don't even know. My model, it was an inflatable Fishstick, but no, I got the normal skin, and we are going to start off with the belt. Now, the nice thing about Among Us characters is that they're super easy to design. So even if you think you're bad at art, trust me, it is easy, and it's actually a lot of fun. So right now, I'm just messing around with a lot of shapes, trying to add in the little features of this little belt bag thing. I don't really know what you would call this, but it's actually pretty easy to just go ahead and add something in. It's just a square and add some lines. And then finally, we're now adding in his outfit, which is a weird overall suit thing. I don't really know, but obviously we gotta add that in, and we're gonna add in some shading, which is super important. As always, I say this every time we do these videos, is shading and lighting is important. It will make or break your art. So after that, we're gonna add in some lines and finally get in some design. So weirdly, these like pants are stitched up with these orange things, so we're gonna add those in and add in his belt, and finally we can work on his little beanie. Is an interesting design. You know what? I don't know what it has to do with him being a fish. It looks kind of like an upside down bag, which is fine. I'm down. But it was actually kind of hard to draw and get the exact shape. So what I did is I actually just copied it. Then we drew a little outline for the hat because it kind of helped me out to get a perfect size. Obviously, we got to clean this up a little bit, which is always my favorite part. And of course, you cannot forget the little top knot of the whatever you want to call this at the top of the hat, and then shade that in as well. So for the most part, this took me about, I think this was our longest one at 20 minutes or so. So it wasn't too bad, but there's just a lot of small details that you might not realize, like the shading. There's little stitches in the clothing. That is the done deal Fishstick. You might have seen my Spotify playlist pop up there as I listen to music, but now we can get on to the abilities. Now, every time we do these episodes of the Create a Mod, we're going to be doing 4 abilities, and today with Fortnite, it's actually pretty unique because there are 4 different things I came up with pretty much on the spot, and the first one is building. Now, I thought we could add in just like a simple piece of wood and be like, call it a day, but instead I chose to create my very own blueprint because that is kind of like the deal. You pull out a blueprint when you're building. I probably should have made a pencil with this. I realize now, should have added a pencil with this, but I forgot because I'm bad at this. As always, if you have any ideas of any characters, anything you want me to create for this little series that we're doing, let me know in the comments. I completely drew this. I could have obviously just added in the logo or the actual icon, but I was like, you know what? I want to draw it myself because that way it's actually like my design and not something I just copied in. Now I say that, but later on I get a little lazy. You'll see in a second. But that is the first ability done, building, which is pretty simple. It was not too bad. But next is harvest, because obviously you can't just build out of thin air. So you got to harvest some materials. So right here, I have myself a pickaxe. Now, originally I was going to use the OG pickaxe, but the design is actually a lot more complicated than it looks. So turning it into an Among Us style, as you can see, I wasn't super happy with it. It just looked a bit sloppy. I tried to bring it back from the dead, but in the end, I wasn't a huge fan of how it looked. It just, the Among Us style is simple, but this was too simple, my drawing here. So I kind of scrapped it, even after trying all these like shading and lighting, and I was like, maybe I can work with this. But in the end, it just didn't really work. Like, just look at how complicated the pickaxe is on the left. You can see how many small details you miss when you're playing the game. So inevitably, I do scrap this, but I think it was for the best, because our next idea, because we still want to do harvest, we want to use a pickaxe. I actually swapped it out for this pickaxe right here, this dinosaur pickaxe. This is actually a real life photo of the one you can buy. I think you can get like at GameStop or something. And what I did is I actually cleaned it up a little bit, and we actually drew over it so it doesn't look 3D, because we want to make it look Among Us style. So I drew over it, got its colors, and I added in Among Us eyeball over the eye, because of course, and we added in some black stroke lines to the teeth, because like I always say, the Among Us style is not Among Us unless it has a thick black stroke, and that's how you can tell, and that's how you can make anything Among Us style. Added in a little mouth and cleaned it up a little bit, and that is pretty much how we made this pickaxe. And I thought, why don't we add the little fish stick next to him? And that is the harvest ability. So really happy about that change. I think it actually worked out for the best. And then finally, we've got another ability here, which is just a chest. Now, I found a chest, a little image on Google, and I thought it looked pretty nice, but there was a couple things I didn't like about it. First off, the design of the chest is perfect. It looks great, but the colors are not, they don't look too, they're a bit too bright for me. So I decided to get an actual image of a chest from in the game, and then we adjusted the color based off that. And I think I did a really good job. I'm actually really happy with how it turned out. But yeah, in the game, what I imagine this working like is like if you open up the chest, maybe it's on a cooldown, you can get a certain gun or a certain item, and it's like a randomizer. It would be super cool. Maybe even have like a thing on screen, and that would be that ability. And finally, we have shoot. So if you get a gun, if you get an item like a grenade, you'd be able to shoot that item. I'll show you guys in a second what I imagine like a sniper shot would look like with an old mod, so make sure to stay tuned. But I was like, what gun should I use? I thought about using a scar, but I was like, getting a scar is pretty difficult. So I kind of sat here for a little while trying to find a good image to use. That's when I had a big brain plan to use a rocket launcher, but not just any rocket launcher. We've got the sus launcher. That is right. I added an Among Us eyeball to an RPG, probably the most cursed image you'll see. As you guys can see, this is our final product with our fish stick. We've got the harvest, building, chest, and shoot, and that is our Fortnite character, which is great because you could actually switch out this skin for anything. You could put in Gingy, you could put in Jonesy. I just like fish stick because he's kind of cool. But let's go into Among Us itself, and I want to show you guys what the shooting ability would look like, because obviously I can't build these mods. You guys already know in the intro I explained it. These mods are very expensive, upwards of $500 to $1,000, which is why I stick to just drawing them. But I do have a couple mods I want to show you guys, so let's hop back into Among Us and let me show you. Now, right now we have the Mandalorian mod equipped. I actually have a video where I use all the abilities right now. So one of the abilities that we would get with the shoot would be this little gun here, and obviously the guns would work as so, and you could shoot like anybody, pressing Q, and boom, that's how you would get yourself a kill. So that would be how you would use like a scar or a pistol, or even throwing like an impulse grenade. That's how that ability would work. And finally, we have the sniper ability, which also would be pretty unique, so we gotta wait for that cooldown. Now with the sniper, I imagine if you get yourself a sniper, it would turn into this, where you can actually see pretty much anywhere on the map, and as you move around, you could be like, oh, I wonder if someone's over here, and you'd have a super dope shot to shoot someone from very far away, pressing Q, and as you can see, the shot is trailed, and boom, you get yourself a kill. And that is how the gunplay would work. Now, like I said, if I could make the mods, I would, but I cannot. So maybe one day, one of you guys watching who is an amazing developer, we can team up and then we can make these mods and sell them for profit. No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. But thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys did enjoy today's episode of Create Your Own Among Us character, today's was a lot of fun because I do enjoy Fortnite, even though I think this season is probably the worst season they've ever had. I'm gonna be honest. I still love the game and what it did for me. So thank you guys for watching. I just realized my game was muted, but it's fine. You guys didn't miss out on much. If you did enjoy, hit the like button, subscribe if you're new. I think I already said that, but it's fine. If you guys have any ideas you want to see on this channel for other mods you want me to create, leave them in the comments down below. But thank you for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next one.